Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy X HD Remaster. We've got a bunch of dialogue to knock out, and then I will pick up the commentary when the Blitzball match actually starts.
Sure you all right, Captain? The game starts in a few minutes. You sure you okay?
We're playing the Gores, too.
Miss me?
Lady Yuna, are you okay?
All this because of me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How can you let some outbed kidnap you?
Hey, let it go, all right?
Don't go near outbed anymore, okay? They're trouble.
Please, don't tell anyone about Yuna's lineage.
The game starts soon. No time for warm-ups. Ready?
Let me at him.
All right. I got something to tell you boys. After this game, I'm retiring. I promised myself this would be my last tournament. Win or lose, I'm quitting Blitzball. But you know, since we're here, we might as well win. Yeah!
Mind the bench.
I'm warming a bench. He's taking my place. All right, boys, let's win this one. Let's make the goers goners.
Let's blitz.
I saw you floating there on the sphere.
Hey, you weren't supposed to see that. Oh.
You really gave it your all, didn't you?
All right, boys, what are we gonna do?
Win!
For Captain Walker.
This is it, folks. In just a few minutes, the championship game. But who could have imagined a championship game between these two teams? Our legendary Luca goers going against The horrendously ill-fated Besaid Aurochs.
This looks like history in the making, Baba.
Going at it, folks. The goers are taunting the Aurochs.
Okay, so here it is, the big game. This time, I don't know what happened here. I just completely dominated the goers. I got the tip off, and I swap over to manual movement immediately. I think that's really important. The AI doesn't do a good job of controlling your character, or at least the ball carrier specifically, and it'll force you into encounters that you really, aren't gonna go well for you. But anyway, so I usually swim down to the bottom of the sphere pool right off the bat. That's generally what I always do. And then here what I did was right before I got kind of into the range of, I think that's Belgurda, I passed over to Titus. Now this encounter didn't go well. This just didn't work out like the way I really wanted it to, but honestly there just isn't much that you can do about that initially. Basically Titus doesn't have any techniques equipped. I don't think maybe he has sphere shot. We'll take a look here in a minute, but I don't think he does. But regardless, really we just can't take on two goers at any one time. None of our characters have enough endurance to take basically two tackles, or I guess that's the issue. So again, what I'm really trying to do here is at least try to keep my distance a little bit here. So again, I've done kind of the same thing. I swam down to the bottom, and actually was able to avoid this encounter with I think that's Abus down at he's the forward on this side anyway. And here I got into an encounter with Belgurda alone, and then I just went for the shot. And the thing with again at the beginning of the game here, we just don't have good stats, and so you need to get basically right up in front of the goal in order to actually score. Titus has a shot rating of 10, and the goalie has a catch rating of 8. And so, you just really can't lose any of your shot stat by letting the ball travel too far right through the water. So again, you have to really be right up next to the goalie. Now here, I got at least a little bit lucky. I don't know if it actually looked like there was one shot left on that was that Grav tried to take a half court shot, which is pretty stupid, but either way, Kipo was able to keep that out of there, and I got the ball back. Here, unfortunately though, I don't have enough of a pass stat with, I don't know who that was. I wasn't paying attention, but then obviously Grav was able to just snag it right away. And then here, of course, Grav tries to take a shot, but I've got at least, Bada and Jasu made it right there. So, it didn't even get by those two, which, at least there's that. But again, our stats are just not very good right now, and so we really just can't get tangled up with, again, more than one. Here, at least, Abus's attack stat is so bad that you're generally going to be able to survive or do a break. Don't try to pass through him, right? Make sure that you do an encounter and break through, and then pass to whoever else. I guess in this case it's Titus. And then here, Titus again is able to survive a encounter. Boom! I was able to get just close enough so that I could shoot and not have to deal with, the midfielder. And once again, there was able to overcome the goalie's catch stats. So we brought it up to a score of 2 in the first half, which I was really surprised that this went, I guess, as well as it did. I don't ever remember, really honestly, even doing this good in the first half, but again, it really worked out pretty well. And then here, of course, Grav is going to try to take another, shot, but we've got 3 of our defenders right here, so that's pretty much going to be it for the first half. Again, pretty easy stuff. Or I guess this turned out to be pretty easy. Again, I don't think I've ever done quite this well during the very first Blitzball match. So yeah, was pretty happy with how this turned out. And here we're basically out of time. It's going to be almost impossible to get anything done here, scoring or. I guess we can't even really pass much, but that's one of the things I suppose though that you could do, if you're having troubles, is you can just pass back and forth a lot during the first half, and that'll get you a bunch of experience. So then hopefully your characters can level. I didn't do that. I just went right for the goal and scored a couple times and put some points on the board.
Zone defense, boys. Stop those goers.
What about me?
Get the ball and just shoot like crazy.
Goers are going down! Yeah!
Shoot like crazy!
Down!
All right, hustle.
All right, so that is indeed the best strategy, is to just shoot like crazy. So at this point, we're able to equip the jet shot, which I think is fantastic. Probably the #1 shooting tech, I would say. I mean, at least until Jack Shot 2, and even then, I honestly don't. So right now, so Titus is level 70 on my current playthrough, in Blitzball anyway, and I've never even equipped Jack Shot 2 because I've just never needed it. Jack Shot 1 just does, I think, enough where you don't even really need Jack Shot 2. So once you've got that equipped, then I would suggest probably either never unequipping it, or I suppose there's at least a case for using Jack Shot 2. But anyway, so what does Jack Shot do anyway? Well, it knocks away 2 of the 2 defenders when you actually go to shoot, meaning that you can get into an encounter with 2 of the other. Well, let's just say 3, right? For instance. You could get into an encounter with 3 of the enemy players, break through to one of them, and then use Jack Shot to eliminate the other 2, which would then mean that you could get into an encounter with literally 3 of the opposing players and still come out ahead, assuming that you were close enough that you didn't lose too much of your shot stat. But here, so it just starts out, obviously, so because I started with the ball in the first half. That means that they start out or they have the ball when it starts out in the second half. Honestly, I don't know if that's scripted. So I don't know if the Aurochs always get the tip off in the the very first one. But honestly, it would actually have been better for us to receive the tip off in the second half. And I say that because that would mean that we would be able to get the ball sooner to take advantage of Titus having Jack Shot equipped. You know, for the very first game that we play, in the first half there, I should say, he does not have Jack Shot equipped. And there just isn't a way to do that. So actually maximizing our time for the second half would have been better. But again, I don't know if that's a thing. So I guess, like, you know, if it is a thing and it's randomized, which I would assume it is, but again, I don't know if that's the case. But again, it would be better for us to actually not get the first tip off, so that we could get in the second half. But so there we go, making or taking advantage of the first, you know, I guess taking advantage of Titus being able to shoot right there. I think I'm going to be able to do that one more time. And hopefully I'll be able to use Jack Shot again. The only real issue with Jack Shot is it actually does take a lot of time to actually perform it. It's slightly faster if you're only using it to knock away one defender, but you know, knocking away two defenders takes just a little bit more time. Just because of the way that you know, the kind of like the animation works out. But all right. So, anyways, same strategy as always here. You know, once we've got the ball, take the ball down to the bottom. The reason why that is so good too is, like, you just don't want to be, you know, bunching up. You don't want to drive right through the center, right? Because then you're going to attract all of the defenders and probably their forwards, and that's not going to be good for you. But here I was too far away, I think anyway. Yeah, so I was too far away, so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to try to, you know, get through this encounter with Belgerda. And then she probably... Nope, okay, I had a clear shot on the goal here. So, and this was... So, it was actually smart of me not to use Jack Shot there. If you noticed, right at 2:59, that is where Titus gets kicked out. And so that couldn't have actually worked any more perfectly there. Had I tried to use the Jack Shot, it would have taken too much time, and so I wouldn't have got that goal snuck in there.
Everyone seems to be calling for Waka, folks. Say, where is that player going? He's leaving the sphere pool. He may be injured.
To be honest, I did kind of feel left out. But it really was the Oryx and Waka show after all.
I wonder what's happening. The crowd is going wild. Ah, it's Waka. He's back on the field and ready to go. The Aurochs seem glad to have him back.
Okay, so for the last 2 minutes of the match, we will have Waka instead of Titus. Waka is not as good, just honestly. He's nowhere near as good as Titus is. And mostly because he just doesn't have Jack Shot, and he never can get Jack Shot. I mean, literally nobody else can get Jack Shot. But yeah, I think I do end up scoring with him once, so I thought that was at least, I guess, probably just symbolic. But yeah. I mean, we had this. I mean, again, I don't think I've ever beat the goers as bad as I did this time around. So, all right, let's see how it goes. All right, so he's got an endurance stat of 11. His passing is terrible. Why did I even try to pass here? That was weird. That might have been a mistake. Oh no, okay. I guess that kind of makes sense. Yeah. I guess just to try to get out of the center, right, and not get kind of tangled up in a bunch of defenders. So yeah, I guess maybe that made sense. I mean, that was also a little bit lucky because his pass stat really is just that bad. That's like wedge level, bad. And yeah, so his endurance there, again, just barely able to really take a tackle from Belgorda there, and I just got lucky. And so here's the shot. He actually does get a little bit of a bonus, to his shot by using that venom shot. So yeah, that definitely put him over the edge. But again, it was more about getting through Belgorda there with the encounter. Had I not been able to get through there, that wouldn't have worked. But I like his tackle too. Looks kind of cool. Although I guess maybe that's just his base tackle. Does everybody's base tackle look like that? Now that I'm thinking about it, it might not be him specifically. Oh yeah, it's kind of just everybody. They do like I don't know. Kind of like a roundhouse kick, kind of, sort of. But all right, that's it. That's that's time. So 5-0, pretty good stuff. But yeah. Anyways, that's honestly that's all I've got for this one. Every Blitzball match is going to be easier from here on out. So it felt pretty good to get 5-0.